escaping with ET. Oh, while I am escaping with ET.
G'day and welcome to the show. Well, this week we're fishing up around the Torres Islands, up in the top end of Queensland, and this is our incredible little camp on an isolated island, 100 k's from shore, and there's loads of action. Check it out. It's a fantasy come true for my longtime fishing mates Jon Stevens and Mick Breheny, making camp on our own fantastic little castaway island, with fish literally at our feet.
What about that?
And bigger action out wide.
Yeah!
Then on another Queensland trekking adventure, I find out how damn good their yellow belly are. Plus a scrumptious way to serve Spanish mackerel. Fly to the northernmost tip of Australia and then beyond it, and you're at Albany Island. Mick Breheny and I made the big trip last year, and we still dream of the catches we made. This year, we're back again with a bigger team, and we're not even staying at the lodge. With Jon Stevens and his son Levi, we're heading another 100 kilometres further away on a trip to a true fantasy island. We're rigged to tackle whatever Torres Strait throws at us. And we've got our mates from CY Charters coming along. We're headed for Halfway Island, a speck of sand that will be our home for the next 3 days.
Boys have jumped off the back. Mick and Jon have just dived in, and this is paradise in the middle of nowhere. Over 100 k's off the tip of Australia, off Cape York.
With over 3,000 individual coral reefs and coral cays and islands just like this one, the Great Barrier Reef is simply stunning. I'm on a 3-day fishing charter with the boys from CY Charters. The Great Barrier Reef, what a place. It's a place where the fishing starts literally at our feet.
Oh, look right there. That comes right on the surface there. What about that? That just shows you how amazingly remote this place is.
Trout. Oh, yep. Oh yeah, look at this little bloke. Gosh, there are so many fish here. What about the colours on him? Straight here off the beach, we've arrived 5 minutes ago, pulled the boat in, and every cast is a whole range of fish. They're snipping off all the tails of the soft plastics. Channel him back in, let's watch him swim away. Another little one, what's this fella? Oof. Another little blue bone. You can see a nice sandy little hollow there. Just sort of drop him in there and just work him through, and sometimes the fish will come out, and once you get them out, you've got a real chance of catching them. So I'll just do a couple of hops. Gosh, they go straight in there. What do we got here? Little trout. Incredible fish species. This one's a coral trout, one of the best eating fish on the planet, I reckon. Your way. Down into his haunt. And sometimes the fish here even self-release. With so few people and so much beach, it's easy to get a stretch of the island all to yourself, and rewarding too. Oh, oh yeah. Still following. Oh, there's a pack of them. Wow. Right there's a pack of about 30. And this one's just been hooked in the back. There is a pack of 30 of these this size, and then you've got these bigger ones. Now these things have an incredible array of teeth. I'll just get him out of here. Oh, he is free. They're like a big pencil. And they've got long jaws and razor sharp teeth. And just to make this a scene of even more fantasy come true, we're so isolated out here, even the sandflies and mozzies can't find us. What more to say about our first day on our fantasy island? I'll leave Mick and Levi to have the last word. In another part of Queensland, less remote and a lot less wild than the tip of Cape York, I'm on a road trip with my Quintrex top ender and my brand new Mazda BT50 Go Anywhere launch vehicle. We're on our way through rich and historic farming country to Bjorky-Petersen Dam, where I've heard stories of 140 centimetre Aussie bass caught in a single day. And the lakeside accommodation's pretty swish too. I can't wait to back the Mazda down the ramp and get out there to check out the well-stocked population of bass and yellowbelly. Well, what a beautiful morning. We're on Bjorky-Petersen Dam up in southeast Queensland. Now there's yellowbelly and there's also Australian bass here in the dam. Also some sunken timber. And basically that's what I'm going to be doing, casting these little lures. This is like a little jackal style lure, and it's quite amazing. Sometimes the bass just come straight in and crunch it on the bottom while it's just sitting there. I've got 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, I've got 10-pound braid, and I've got a beautiful little 2500 FE sustain reel and this lovely little 3-0 2 to 5 kilo rod. So that's the outfit I'm going to be using today. Still could be a yellowbelly. Nice fish. Oh no, it's a big bass. Even get the net out for him. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a good looking bass. Nice long fish. Well, really good for me. A lot of these professional guys, the guys who are out there every day of the week chasing these bass in tournaments, well, it'd still be a nice fish, but it certainly wouldn't crack the leaderboard. Fantastic predator in fresh water and in the brackish and salt water at times as they move down in the wild rivers. But here in the dams, they don't get that freedom, but they certainly grow big and fat. It's a nice fish. There's another thing that lives in here, a red claw, which is quite amazing, beautiful to eat. And I think you're allowed 4 pots per person. I'm just going to check one of my mate's pots. Now, you can't check any old pot, okay? I've got my mate and his name's on it. So, Blake Hughes. Now he's baited 2 with pumpkin and 2 with sweet potato. So there we go, Blake Hughes. That's me, mate. Oh, wow, that's cool. So there you can see, he's got his pumpkin, and this is how simple it is. Put your bit of pumpkin just in that sack, and these things open and shut so easily, and there we go. Look at that. Blake's fishing the dam from his own Quintrex, and doing well too. He crashed it, didn't he? Yellow. Your old favourite. Just here with Blakey at the moment. Well done. A yellow on this side, and I've just hooked a little bass.
You go. What do you end up with?
Yeah, bass, mate.
Good, like on the soft plastic, and yeah.
There you go, 2 Australian native fish. Mr. Bass. There we go. Beautiful little Aussie bass. Perfect. On our Torres Strait Fantasy Island, it's time to get off the beach. Well, we're heading out in the boat for an afternoon session and really looking forward to it. It looks pretty calm out there, but it's really important at all times to make sure you always wear a life jacket. Have a life jacket on because you never know what the conditions are going to turn into. We're in the middle of nowhere, but it's as flat as a tack and maybe it'll stay that way. And good boaters know that wearing a life jacket at all times could save your life. If you happen to be out there, accidents do happen, and if something comes up and you end up in the water, pull the string and away we go. At least I'll be able to tread water for a long time with a life jacket on. Well, let's get fishing. Oh, he's not very big. Oh yeah, he's a beauty.
trout. Nice big trout. Yeah, all right, nice trout. They don't usually go back in too quick, these guys. And it's all about getting down into the strike zone, that's the key. You can use a whole range of different lures, soft plastics. We've got Wayne up the front using a popper. He's had a couple of big fish follow. So this deep diver's doing a great job. You can see how the lure just works in the water. I'm using one of these kill lures, 20 foot, so you've got the big bib. And what it means is it'll hit the reef in that angle. And so a really good lure to use out here. The bombies are sitting in up to 3 metres of water and down to about 5 and 6. Oh yeah, what's that? Keep him coming, big fella. We got a net or something? Oh yeah, all right.
That's
Yeah, well done.
must have been hungry.
Yeah! Holy moly. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, he bit me off. Oh, there is a whole school of them here. Gone there, isn't it? Hang on, just... Now, Mick, drag him in, mate. He's under the belly. All the boys have been hooked up or snapped off. They pull hard, don't they, Levi? Come around this way, mate. Keep following him around. Whoa. Only problem is getting that hook out, that lure back. Oh, well done, champion. Great fish. Are you going to eat shark? Well, we're not eating that one. Not professional. No. Hang on. Remember what happens? The sharks turn up pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah. 500 fish there. It's slowed up. There could be a shark. Oh, what about that? There's some red trout.
Just drop down with this, pull like that.
You're kidding. You are kidding. Drops down with a chromie to get one of these and pulls up a coral trout. Well, that's what the fishing's like here. All right. Down there. That's sport fishing for you. They're not keeping those fish, they're not much chop to eat. But that bloke on a Spaniard lure, it's a 85 grammer. Got a big Gamakatsu 12-0. It's sharp as razor blades, hook on the end there. We actually use that hook for our marlin, but it's a fairly big size chrome lure, so I like to hang that big Gamakatsu off the end. There he is. Woohoo! Wow, he's been absolutely savage. Look at the teeth marks in there. Oh, it's not what we like because they're beautiful to eat, these mackerel, and we certainly don't want to waste them. But there's tons of sharks in and around all these trevally, and yeah, we'll have to, we might use him for bait.
It's at a time like this, after a day like that, that a fisherman's thoughts will naturally turn to ideas of how to prepare and present the perfect fish dinner. So keep watching for another great seafood recipe from Paul Breheny, courtesy of our friends at FRDC. Sustainability of the foods we eat is a hot topic these days, and one place you'll often see a sustainable food chain in action is the hustle and bustle of your local fish market. I'm here with Chef Paul Breheny, and our FRDC Fish of the Week is the Spanish mackerel. Now Paul, we love catching these speedsters, but how do you like to cook them?
Today I'm doing a little Moroccan Fantasea mackerel, and I'm serving that with a white bean and chickpea salad.
Wow, sounds pretty good. I look forward to seeing how this comes up. In the meantime, let's find out more about this species. Spanish mackerel is caught commercially from south of Queensland's Gold Coast all the way across the north to the area around Geraldton in Western Australia.
So the first thing I need to do is make a Moroccan spice marinade. It's a combination between fresh and dried. So what I have to do is dry roast my dry ingredients.
Australia's commercial catch is reported across 5 different stocks within Western Australia, the Northern Territory and Queensland. All 5 stocks are currently classified as sustainable.
We're going to pop in garlic, just a couple of slices. We've got some coriander and sea salt.
Queensland is the leading supplier of Spanish mackerel to Australia's seafood markets, with an annual haul totalling almost 500 tonne.
What this does now is just releases all them beautiful flavours from the garlic. So take around about half a tablespoonful of your Moroccan spices.
And in rec fishing, Queensland contributes 272 tonne of the national total of 392 tonne.
I generally marinate this for around about half an hour. So we're going to pop the fish in now. Presentation side down first. Now you don't want the pan too hot. We're going to lower that temperature now because the last thing I want to do is burn the spices, which will send it bitter. So what I'm putting in my salad today is some chickpeas. We've got some white cannellini beans. We've also got some nice red onion that I've finely diced. We've got some great, beautiful avocado. Pop this down along our line of yogurt. A little bit of that extra avocado is always good. Sensational. Grab a little bit of our pan juices, absolutely beautiful colour, and we're just going to swirl this around the plate. So there you go, mate.
Wow, look at this for a dish. I can't wait to eat it. Go to fish.gov.au to see the full facts and figures on just how important the Spaniard is to our sustainable seafood and rec fishing alike. And check out fishfiles.com.au for important nutritional information, complete with a host of delicious recipes. Paul's mackerel recipe is on the front page of the Escape with ET website right now. The peaceful waters of Queensland's Bjorky-Peterson Dam are so well stocked with Aussie bass and golden perch, I've decided to get down closer to them. Ooh, that's a nice fish. There he is. Oh, settle down, mate. Got a beautiful little bass, little Aussie bass. And it's great fun up here. It's sort of almost stealth fishing in this Hobie. Just cruising around, checking out on the Garmin, just working out where the schools of bait fish are and where the predators are going to be. And I'll slide him back in. A bit of a swim. I'm just using a very small 3-inch grub at the moment, light jig head. And yeah, just trying to get it down into that 5 metre zone, letting it sink right down there and just working it. Probably instead of hopping, I'm actually just burning it for about 5 or 6 foot and then just letting it sit on the bottom and then burning it again. And yeah, they seem to, as soon as you pick it up and move it again, whoosh, they're coming straight in. Got him. There we go. It's the little bloke. Well, not getting any bigger at the moment, but still a beautiful little fish. There you go, mate. Oh, must be fish number 5. A nice little session, but yeah, they're not super big, unfortunately. They're getting down, they're going down in size, so throw him back in. Oh, nice yellow. Exactly what we're after.
Beautiful. It's come in, had a swipe, and there we go, yellow belly. Golden perch, a nice one. You can see they're very narrow. In a huge way, their body just lifts up. Nice, we'll slide him into the little Enviro net. Oh, he only just fits. Oh. And he's a bit of a fat fella. There we go. He's been gorging himself on the bony brim. Super big fat body. Sending him on his way. All right.
And I'll be back for more northern adventures next week. Well, I hope you enjoyed my fishing video. If you did, make sure you like it and comment below. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and tell a friend. And make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified of our next video.